chance of just it doing nothing but sitting by itself, so. It's always kind of interesting to watch all the ships move through their movements. Alright, level 1 tech in intelligence services. Very nifty. New rock colony constructed, and we've upgraded a couple of, well, built a and upgraded a research center. So that's something. Okay. Let's check out our techs here. Intelligence services, we could almost leave, but I'm going to let it run. I am going to let it run up, gain a couple levels here. Armor is developing, albeit slowly. Astrophysics, actually I don't really need that. I did a little research, turns out all my temporal weapons are not actually in here. My temporal stuff is not in here. It is instead in, where is it? Sensors. There we go. Go figure. Temporal sensors, event predictors, a couple other things are all in sensors. So, inside the DevNull mod. So we are developing temporal weapons, and those we're just going to improve over time. I'm going to let intelligence services go up. Applied research is obviously applied research. The higher we get that, the better. And shields and armor will be going up at their own paces. Although I might move things around soon. Economics, we can use more economic advantages. Because we are barely keeping ahead of the construction queues. And as long as these numbers are positive, we're still okay. But if we can reduce maintenance by increasing economics, research, well, more's the better. Alrighty. So that is that. Take a look at our queues. Alright. Cargo space, status, sounds, let's see. Nope. Not what I wanted. Not what I really wanted. Okay, well, we'll just take a look at this. Alright. Deneb Dolphin 1. That's a resupply base. Okay. Deneb Dolphin 2. That will be a resource colony. Doesn't have a lot of space available anymore, so I'll probably fill it up. Gundar. Resupply base. Elwood 1. Research compound. Elwood 2. That is our home world. Doesn't have a lot of space in it. Tycho 1. That is a straight up intelligence compound. Well, it being an intelligence compound. Oh, 30. Come on. There we go. I see no reason not to put in a lot of intelligence facilities. It's going to take a while for those to build, which is fine. Alrighty, and Tycho 2 is resupply base. Alright, if you're marathoning the videos, integration, the E breathed carbon dioxide. The planet Tycho 1 is a carbon dioxide planet. And as such, the E have moved in. Which means I have no reason to hold on to this group of payas. I could move them to another planet. I'm just going to scrap them. It's faster. It's easier. That leaves me a whole lot of space on this planet. I've used 100,000 space. I could use the other 100,000 for something else. What I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to use it for anything right now. Let's see. 34% minerals. It might make a decent. Yeah, it'd make a decent planet for those. We're going to use it primarily for research, or for intelligence, though. Alright, and 30 intelligence compounds at level 1. That's 6,000 intelligence points. Minus any penalties we might have for racial effects and societal effects and so forth. That's not too bad. Alrighty, so let's see if there's anything else that needs to move. We do. We have a rocket colony. Okay. Where are we going to send it? Let's see. Our population breathes methane. We got some pretty good ones here. New planets in new star systems. Let's go ahead and send one there. Any other ships that are important? Nope. Okay. End turn. End of turn. Processing, 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 processing. There we go. And exploring. The Fum Arasaka system. Doesn't look very exciting, does it? And the Sadalajaba system. A couple of smalls of atmosphere type. Oh, he's gonna get close, but not get there this turn. I have to wait until next. Sadness. Alright. Some new research centers upgraded and or constructed. Let's see. We're gonna have another level of armor here in a turn. Look at all the research we got completed. Let's see. Economics 3 turns away. Light hull construction. Might want to raise that up a little bit. systems, I do kind of want to raise that a bit. Engines, I want to raise that up as well. I think I get this next level of armor, and then I'm going to just go with raising engines for a little while. Same with shields. I'll get the shields 5, and then I'll... Actually, you know what? Next turn, I'll get armor, and then I'll dump all those points into shields. And then when I get to shields 5, I'll dump all those points into ion engines. Make my engines better. Alright, let's see. We didn't construct anything. Do we have anything not moving? Nope, everything's moving. Okay. Easy turn. Fairly short turn, too. Alright, processing after the end of a turn. And ship's moving. I sent him back towards getting supplies, because he's about to run out. I think he's being raided too. There we are. Alright, this is, I believe, the first one in the F6 system. Yes, this is. So, it being the first one in the system, it is obviously a resupply base. Emissive armor is kind of nice. It reduces the amount of damage that comes in. Hello. We have learned of the Terrans. Very good. Okay, so... Actually... Yeah, that's the right system anyways, so that's good. Okay, so we know that this system has a distinct need of a spaceport, a space yard, a reeple deeple, and a med lab. Anything beyond that is pure conjecture at this point, but this would be a good planet for... This is going to be a very good planet for getting resources out of. We'll do that a little bit differently than I was originally planning to do. Okay, so... Armor is done with this level. I'm going to go ahead and wait for shields to get up to level 5. That's going to take a while at this rate. That's okay. Alrighty, so we now know about the Terrans. And General Takai. Oxygen-breathing peoples. We really want to get some treaty elements. Let's see, we're really good at trade. So if we can get... Yeah, just in case. Non-aggression in all systems. Thank you. There we go. And send. Because we don't know how General Takai is going to respond to it, but we are going to hope that it is favorably. Okay, so we can take a guesstimate though. Let's take a look at this. Let's see. Terran Confederation. They are 6th, not too far behind us. So there's a pretty good chance, not perfect, but pretty good chance, that they'll decide that they are capable of working with us very well. Let's see, anybody needs to move? Nope. Alrighty. Let's take a look at our queues. A couple more turns, I'll start getting that. I am starting to see resource drop there, which is whatever. Alright. E are happy on Tycho 1. And they are breeding at a much higher rate than I expect. But anyways. Do I have any actual oxygen planets? No, I do not. That's fine. Because let's see. Dioxide, oxygen. Here we are. Ooh. That one's a possibility. If I can get the treaty in place. Otherwise, well, there will either be other oxygen breathers or I can go capture a couple of his planets. If you capture their planets, sure you have an unhappy population, but they also are now your population, and they will spread out as necessary eventually. Actually, I think this one has orders to retrofit. Yep, orders to retrofit. And there it is, retrofitted up. Make it? Not quite. Alright, we sent a message to the Terrans. And of course, they sent a message to us. Well, for the most part, it's good. Sharing older technologies is not going to be too much of a problem for us because, well, yeah. But I want to send a counter proposal. I like the trade. I want to downgrade non-aggression here and upgrade that. Honestly, this doesn't really make a huge amount of difference because most technologies that we have, especially at this level, at this point anyways, don't really qualify. We're not really trading anything out. Armor is obviously level 5, but they would only get level 5 or level 1 armor. And they get that automatically. So, you know, That's that. We do want to have the trade aspect going. Okay. Spaceport constructed, and some research centers or upgrades too. Let's go ahead and go in here. Your population is more than enough. So I'm gonna go get that. Same with that one. Adding to each of these. One to each. Okay, so one more turn to economics. That's good. And then 3 more turns to intelligence services 2. I think I'll stop at intelligence services 2. I got places those points can go. Let's see. I know I have a ship that wants to go somewhere, but really shouldn't. Because its armor is 100% damage, so is its shields, sensors and shields, and weapon systems. So, yeah. Alright. Oh, I have another ship somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it's the other light base war. Okay. That's right, that's right. Okie dokie. We'll send him here. This system has been explored. I think. Well, let's see. It's explored. It's not much use to us. And he's only got 1,500 supplies left. So let's go ahead and send these guys back here. Ship that we know about that needs orders is, well, it's damaged and therefore needs to be allowed to sit for a turn. Possibly 2, but only probably 1. There we go. After turn processing. System. That should not be that difficult to say. Level 2. We send a message to the Terrans. And, okay, they liked our original thing, so. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Alright, so level 2 economics. And a new resupply base. Resupply bases need certain basic amenities. Okay. tactics is pretty well done. We're just gonna go ahead and dump those points into shields for now. Take a look at our income expenditures here. Well, our queues are just chewing up all of our reserves pretty badly. We are starting to get some stuff in from trade, which is good. And it's helping a little bit, but not, enough by itself. But that's what we have reserves for. So, let's take a look here. Okay, so E. We're not trading with E. That's fine. The Terrans, we are trading, and we will get up to a 30% trade set. It'll increase by 0.5 every single turn. I realize that our trade percentage here says 15%, but we have a lot of spaceports, and we have a fairly good chunk when it comes to our society stuff. So, yep, we'll have some pretty good trade. Alrighty, so that's good. Let's see. Q. Yeah, the Q is building. That's fine. Okay, now let's see what we got. We got a ship that needs to be able to keep moving again. Alrighty. Where is he, and where do we want to explore? Not mistaken. Yep. Dangerous point. And that's also a dangerous point. So we're not going to go that way. Let's go take a look through this system, shall we? Left to right, but I think we want to go right. And one thing that will never be traded with our trading agreement with the Terrans is our temporal weapons, because those are racial or unique weapons. Or racial or unique technologies, I should say. And racial and unique technologies just don't get traded unless you have the racial or unique technologies checked. Because that is a possibility. But even if it was, they wouldn't be able to use it unless they are also a temporal race, which they're not. They're Terrans. System. Yep, see, we already had a treaty. They are rejecting modifications to their original treaty. But now we start to get intelligence centers. Let's go take a look at that. Okay, so it doesn't actually tell us that we have any intelligence points available because, well, it's a little delayed. Because we just finished it at the beginning of this turn rather than at the end of last turn. It's weird. Okay. Now, by default, any intelligence points that we produce are used for defense. And defense points basically counteract offensive points on a one-for-one basis. We have two allied empires, but we know of 1,090 intelligence points being spent against somebody. Now, these are not ones being generated, these are just being spent. That means we're breaking things, technically, but still. Right now, nobody's used any intelligence points against us directly, so that's fine. And one thing that we can do is we could spend some of our points. I don't really see any reason to, because that's an aggressive move. But we can do it in any of these fine focus areas. And if you're going to spend points, you have to choose a focus area. You can't just spend points in general. Each one does a different thing, and there's a sabotage version and an espionage version. There's also cooperative intelligence, which basically sends your intelligence points to somebody else. Right now, also the bars work basically exactly the same as they do in research. Honestly, whatever intelligence points I get, I'm just going to leave them on defense. 100%. I have no reason to be spending anything on the E or the Terran. I just don't need to do it. So, intelligence points not spent on somebody else are not wasted. They are just used for defense. Okay, let's see what we got. Nobody else needs to move. Research is moving at a pace. I'll let that get to Intelligence Center 2. Actually, cool. There we go. Okay. 25% is not bad. Now we'll just finish over next turn, and not gonna have any rollover, or it's not as much, anyways. Okay, end of turn processing. As you unlock levels in intelligence services, you unlock the technological areas of sabotage and espionage of different types. Basically, these act like cultural achievements, except for specifically for sabotage and espionage of various types. Alright, some new research centers upgraded, and some new rocket colonies. Very good. Now, let's go ahead and send this bad boy round and round and round she goes. Needs to keep finding new planets. Found a war point. That's something. Might need to do a Star Trek thing, looking for new life and new civilizations. Boldly going. Where? Okay, basically everyone's gone, but still. Maybe not. Maybe nobody's gone here. Alrighty, and last one, so that we can be sure we get that square, that hex right there. Okay. Nope, we have a surplus. Alrighty, well, I have a treaty with the humans. oxygen peoples. So let's go ahead and send a colonizer there. Okay, that one's huge, so I'll just go there. There's that system right there. Baksha. I can go there. Got a large. Eh. I'll have to get the huge planet first. Okay. Anybody else got any movement? Oh, yes. Alright, he finished his exploration. Let's go to Psalm. We've got 2 warp points. We'll go through this one here. Why? Because we can. Okay. Next. Okay, nobody else has got anything. So, intelligence and services. And I gave 5% here. So reduce that 5%. And we're going to do something that really kind of needs to be done anyways. Extractors. They need to be improved. A lot. Plus, if I improve these, I'll get a new facility. You can't see it because they're all going up at the same rate. But I will get the most efficient facility for resource extraction. The monolith. Monoliths are pretty useful. They extract all 3 resource types. They do use up more space. Instead of 15,000 apiece, there are 20,000 apiece. But that kind of counteracts the fact that they are gathering all 3 resource types. And they are nearly, although not quite, they are nearly as efficient as any given single building of the resource extractors. So, level 1 resource extractor is, I believe, 3,500 of resource type, whereas a level 1 monolith is only like 3,000. So they're not perfect, but if I can get, say, 5 of them on a single planet, then that particular planet will be producing more net resources than if I had, say, 2 mineral, 2 organic, and 1 radioactive. Although I could fit a 6th I could fit a 6th regular extractor, so 2, 2, and 2. But my net resources would still be higher than if I had that. those three researches basically need to be kept at an exact match when it comes to turn in terms of how much you put into them. That's just my OCD speaking, of course. You can race any two and then raise the third, and you'll still get the same opinions. It's just my OCD says they all should be going up at exactly the same time every single time. My OCD isn't that bad for most things. When it comes to my gaming, that's another matter entirely. There we go. Level 3 sensors. There'll be level 4 sensors before we get the temporal ones. Okay, what do they want to change? They want to add trade, allow colonization. They'll share their maps with us. You know what? I'm almost liking that one. The only thing I don't like about it, because I like trade, I don't care if they take away the migration anymore. That honestly doesn't matter because now I have a planet with E on it. So that's good enough for me. They'll continue to spread out from there every time I get a carbon dioxide planet. Thinking about it, do I have planets with anybody other than me on them? Payas. Nope, not yet. Okay. And again, I don't think I have any planets with an oxygen-rich atmosphere yet, so. Research progress. Shields. Shields 4. Sensors. I thought it was sensors 4. I started getting my temporal sensors. Maybe it's sensors 5? Alright, that's quite a ways away. So is that, so is that, so is that, and so is that. Not a lot of research projects, but it does use up the 100% that I have. Of course, I'm only bringing in 25,000 research points per turn, so yeah. I am now bringing in 468 intelligence points, though. That's of last turn. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and no, since nothing actually needed to be run, go ahead and run that. There we are. Processing after all player turns. Come along, come along. Almost there. Anything good in the Cosmos Borealis system? So far, no, not really. It's finished 25 more intelligence centers. That's good. Oh, wait a minute. Upgrade facilities. There we go. Because now it's producing my Mark IIs. Even better. Alrighty. Let's see. Think. Yep, on that one I think I know what I'm doing. On that one and on this one. So these each will get 5 of the new facilities, and this will get, I believe. That's good enough. It'll get 10. Okay, so nothing else really special going on because we're going all the way to 5 on this one. It's only 10 turns away. Okay. There we go. That's good. One more turn. Oh, I have a ship without orders. Who doesn't have orders? Okay. Sala system. Let's see here. Go here. And there. And then to there. Ooh, found a planet of type. Yay. Atmospheric type, that's good. Doesn't look like it's a very big planet though, which is the problem. Let's see. Spin him. And then there. Okay. So that's good. Anybody else got anything else they want to do? Nope. Good. Okay. There we go. And processing after all player turns. End of turn. Okay. There we go. Alright. Anything else any good in the Hasselay system? Not yet. Caos Borealis system. We've got a planet that looks like it's probably a carbon dioxide atmosphere and of the right type, so that's decent. Maybe. Alrighty. Resupply base. Alrighty, what did that do? Uncovered the technology of shield implosion. Neat. System maps. Whoa. Okay. Well, we now know where they came from. They came from the other side of that, so bet you the star right there. So they like that, huh? Okay. This doesn't tell us anything about any of those systems. They just are the system maps. So let's take a look at them. I can usually jump to some of these systems. Okay, so we don't know anything about them other than maybe what kind of stars they have. Which is good. So, no idea which one of these is their home system. No idea which one of these is even their exploratory systems, but that's okay. So we now have a new ally. Good. Alrighty, so we also have a new planet. Go ahead and get this one spaceported, space yarded, Reeple and Red Lab. Okay, good. Alrighty. So let's check to see if there's anybody who needs movement orders. Nope. Okay, so this is going to be our end of video turn. We've completed this colony here. Next turn there will probably be some population there, so yay. Let's take a look at what we've got. Construction wise, we're back in the green, literally. But we're doing okay actually, quite well in fact. These 3 planets will be filled in eventually with basically resource facilities, monoliths specifically. But that's going to be something for several turns in the future. It is a research that I am working on. 21 turns away. I may actually I'm going to go ahead and do that. That one has the ability for 12,000 space. That one has the ability for 12,000 space. Let's go ahead and use that to our advantage. Apply it to these 2 and to all. These each take 2,000 space, and if we do them in batches of 5, I mean, yes, I could do them in batches of 6, but I prefer doing them in batches of 5. That leaves very little space for them, but that's fine. Okay, that takes care of that. Just kind of filling in the nooks, as it were. Research-wise, shields are 9 turns away. We will actually get the shield regenerator at that point. Very large component, basically will not fit on any of the frigates, but it regenerates shield points every second, as long as you have any kind of supplies left, so that's useful. Sensors are coming along, and I did my research. I know that there's temporal sensors in here somewhere. Applied research, because applied research is always good to have. The higher your research level, the better. Minerals extraction, organics, and radioactives extraction, just so that we can get the monoliths. And basically that's just going to have a slow burn forever, until they're all capped out. Temporal weapons are moving along. By the time we're ready to actually apply them to the next generation of ship, which will be a destroyer class, I expect the temporal weapons to be probably rank 3, rank 4. Most likely actually a little bit higher than that, to be honest. Alright, so that's good there. We do now have a fairly decent number of intelligence points. Nobody is spending any intelligence points against us, which is good. But once we do have somebody start to do so, we will have intelligence points available for defense. We have treaties with the 2 people we know about. Yay. And let's go ahead and take a look at the comparisons list again. Alright, we are again still in first place. We are firmly in first place. We're good 3 million points or so ahead of our nearest competitor. Resources, let's Still pretty mid-pack. Research points. High end, but definitely not the highest. Same with intelligence points. Tech levels. Not the highest, but definitely not the lowest anymore. Pretty mid-pack. Planetary count. Definitely above average. Population is finally starting to climb now that we have some races in our midst that don't have this very slow reproduction rates. Still only 3 ships running around, and at least one of those is actually a colony ship, so it'll be gone fairly soon. Looking at the graphs. Scores. Oh, we're way the heck ahead. Resources. And that's us right there, right in the middle. Research. Research points. Let's see. Top third. Intelligence. Well, considering how many people don't have any at all, I'd say we're definitely top third. Tech levels. Kind of hard to see because mixed in, but definitely top third. Population. Still way down at the bottom, but rising rapidly, finally. Alrighty. Well, that should do it for this particular video for Let's Play Space Empires 5. I'll see you all next time. You have yourselves a good one.